Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage today doing a little bit of goofing around, and I got a text the other day from my friend who's the manager of one of the local gun shops, and he had a air gun that he wanted to sell to somebody, but then it turned out to not be working quite right. So he asked me if I would take a look at it for him. And this is actually one that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while to play around with. And what better way to do that than playing around with somebody else's gun? So, but what we have is actually a pretty nice looking example of a Chinese B3 rifle. And the problem with it is it will not cock. So you pull the cocking lever back and you hear the anti-bear trap kind of going, but it never sets the sear, and the trigger back here is kind of bouncing around, and so I think there might be something popped loose inside there. So we're going to go ahead and pull it apart and see if we can diagnose it for starters. I'm not sure if it's going to need parts or if it's not repairable or whatever, but we're going to take a look at it. I do have a camera running up here, and we're going to go ahead and switch up to there now, and we'll pull this out of the stock. So this one just requires a Phillips head. So there's a screw on each side of the action here. It actually has a straight blade slot in there too. So if you so choose, you could do the straight blade. So we take both of these out. Sorry about the mess on my bench. I've been working on a few other things. Got some stuff accomplished. I still have a few other projects I got to do out here. Alright, so those would be the 3 stock screws, and so now the stock should lift off the gun. So I've never tore into one of these, so I really don't know what is right and what is wrong. There's some sort of spring-loaded deal right here. Let's see, can I cock it when it's out of the action? See, it tries to. I'm assuming it wants to catch in this groove right here. Looks like the metal's all mushed over inside of there. Maybe it's done for. I don't know. I'm sure Travis over at Oh Shoot knows what I'm doing wrong here. Let's go ahead and so that right there. So that undoes the. I think that's the anti-bear trap right there. working on my Benjamin Model F. Got that kind of working. Let's see here, what does that do for us? One of those pins supposed to be going through that piece. All right, stand by. I'm gonna see if I can find an exploded diagram here, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, friends, so I am back. I was able to find an exploded diagram on the internet, actually from JG Gun Parts Sales, and I was actually missing a part, and it was put together wrong, and so this, I'm kind of leery to take it back apart again, but so there was a pin back here that was missing down here at the bottom, and then this pin here was not going through the trigger like it should be, and also the trigger spring, I'll show you the relationship here, probably regret this, but so the trigger spring was sitting up in like this in this little crook, and that was wrong. It's actually supposed to be back here like this and hooked around this little nub in the back. And then, not sure, must be that other pin kind of keeps that there. It seems like it. So let's go ahead and get our big pin back in there for starters. And get that sitting in there, with make sure the spring stays where it's supposed to be. So I was able to make a new pin out of a chunk of, I think it's 2mm Allen key. That's the nice thing about every time you get a red dot, you get a handful of Allen keys. So I'm using the roll pin that was up here that was working with the to keep the anti-bear trap from popping up back here for the trigger spring again. And so now if I cock it, catches nice. I can push the anti-bear trap back so I can decock it. So now I just need to get the anti-bear trap back together. I know I need to cut my fingernails. Kind of weird that that pin would be missing and it was not put together right, but so now I just got this one little piece of Allen wrench. You can go right in there like that. The only thing that keeps these pins in place, I need to clean that off real quick. Stand by. Alrighty, I'm back. So that's better. So it just had a little sharp tip sticking out of it from where I cut it off. That fits in there just about as nicely as the other pins do. So now all we got to do is get the stock back on, and we should. Oh, I got to put the E-clip back on. So stand by. Let's. Where'd it go? Right there. Gotta get this little C-clip back on here, or E-clip, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now make sure all our pins are centered here. Let's get our stock back over here. So it looks like the only thing that holds those clips, those pins in, is the wood from the stock. I guess people have been shooting these B3s for a long time, so yeah, I just took a little 2mm Allen wrench and got a whole bag of them over here. All the dozens of red dots I've gotten over the last couple years. Screw, and then we can test it out. I don't even know if this is a, I think it's a 177. I don't know if it's a 177 or a 22. Alrighty, bring back to the normal camera. Alrighty, so that was a little more adventurous than I was expecting, but let's go ahead and see. Oh, the cock's nice now. It does look like a 177. I should have opened up a tin of pellets. Alright, so I got some JSB 844s. So these are one of those ones you definitely want to hold the cocking arm nice and firm. Never trust that bear trap mechanism. But let's go ahead and see, and if it works, we'll set it up and there we go. All right, let me pause the camera. I'll set this up and we'll shoot a target with it. We'll definitely do a better video as far as shooting it goes down the road, but I just want to take a couple shots with it. Stand by. Alrighty, I am back. I'm just working on cutting a can down there, nothing too strenuous. But let's go ahead and see if we can take a couple of good shots at it here. Oh yeah. I think I might have to get me one of these B3s. It's pretty cool. I like this. I know I've seen a lot of people working with them and playing with them and having fun with them, but just never So I guess the question is if you guys were gonna get one, would you get like an older one, or would you try to get, and they still have new production ones they sell on Amazon. All right, one more and then we'll wrap it up. Got a bunch of smoke coming out. I wonder if it's, this thing doesn't look like it's been used much at all. Maybe it was never put together right from the factory. But she's working good now, so maybe I'll throw a little scope up on here and we'll play around with it, go take it out to the range and goof around. I want to get this back to my friend at the store there so he can sell it to his customer. It's just nice to be needed. But anyway, there you go. Chinese B3 fixing this trigger. Look how nice that stock is. You can make a really nice stock for less than $100. Hello, Crossman. Jeez. Anyway, hope you guys like this video. Till next time, have a great day.